Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is a beautiful sunny day to dive deep into the glamorous yet highly toxic world of our favorite Los Angeles fashion dynasties. We are so thrilled to have you here with us as we unpack some of the most explosive rumors and storylines currently rocking the screen. Grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get right into the heart-stopping drama because things are heating up in ways we never expected. Do you guys think Katie Logan is going to suffer a horrific accident during her upcoming explosive confrontation with Brooke? We are absolutely convinced that this is exactly where the writers are taking us. The slow-paced plot of the last few weeks has suddenly shifted into high gear, and the suspense is literally killing us. Why do we say this? Because right now, Brooke Logan is completely losing control of her emotions, her professional boundaries, and her sanity. She is in a state of mind where she could genuinely cause severe harm to Katie. Let's discuss exactly how this dark and twisted storyline is unfolding on The Bold and the Beautiful. Let's be honest. The tension between the Logan sisters has always been a ticking time bomb, but this time, the stakes are unimaginably high. Brooke firmly believes that Katie is intentionally using Hope as a pawn to seek revenge against her. Because the family dynamics and the corporate rivalry are so tightly intertwined right now, Brooke is not just seeing Hope's potential defection to Katie's new company as a simple business move. No, Brooke sees this as a vicious, calculated personal attack. She feels betrayed on a cellular level. And you won't believe what happens next when these two finally face off in what is destined to be a legendary screaming match. Brooke completely unleashes her wrath on her younger sister. She corners Katie and screams that Katie has stolen her name, stolen Eric's designs, and is now trying to steal her daughter. Amazing. The sheer audacity of these accusations is mind-blowing, even for Brooke. She looks Katie dead in the eye and vows that she will never, ever forgive her for this ultimate betrayal. But here's the surprise. We don't think this is just going to end with some tears and a slammed door. We strongly believe that this brutal confrontation between Brooke and Katie will end with Katie physically collapsing to the floor. Can you believe it? A full-blown medical emergency right there in the office. Do you guys think this story will play out exactly like this? Let's break down the deep psychological layers of why this confrontation is destined to end in absolute tragedy. First, we need to talk about my complicated love-hate relationship with Brooke Logan. I love her fierce, protective nature, but I absolutely despise her hypocrisy when she feels threatened. Brooke is currently unraveling because she is fighting a war on multiple fronts. On one hand, she is desperately trying to manipulate Ridge into giving her the co-CEO position to replace Steffi, using her seductive charms to secure her power base at Forrester Creations. On the other hand, she is watching Katie, the sister she has always viewed as the weaker, less successful Logan, rise up and build her own fashion empire. Brooke's ego simply cannot handle the idea that Katie is stepping out of her shadow and using the Logan name to do it. To Brooke, she is the definitive Logan. Katie using that name feels like identity theft to her. That's crazy. Then we have the wild accusation about Eric's designs. Brooke is deeply territorial about the Forrester legacy, despite the fact that she has caused so much chaos within that family over the decades. By accusing Katie of stealing Eric's aesthetic or legacy designs for her new fashion house, Brooke is attempting to delegitimize Katie's entire business venture. She wants to paint Katie as a fraud who can't succeed without cannibalizing the Forrester empire. It is a brilliant, albeit cruel, psychological tactic to break Katie's confidence. But the absolute tipping point for Brooke is Hope. Hope is one of the most vital successor characters on this show, and her fashion line, Hope for the Future, is her life's work. Liam Spencer has been relentlessly pressuring Hope to jump ship and join Katie, arguing that she will be treated better away from Steffi's tyrannical management. Even though Hope has refused Liam's demands and wants to stay at Forrester, Brooke is terrified. Brooke sees Katie as a predator circling her precious daughter. The thought of Katie acting as a mentor and boss to Hope is a psychological trigger that sends Brooke into a blind, uncontrollable rage. Now, let's pivot to Katie's mindset, because I have some strong feelings about her too. I admire Katie's newfound ruthless business acumen, but her victim mentality always rubs me the wrong way. Katie knows exactly what she is doing. She knows that poaching Hope would be the ultimate power move, a way to finally prove that she can outsmart and outmaneuver Brooke. Katie might hide behind the excuse that business is business, but deep down, there is decades of unresolved resentment fueling her actions. She wants to hurt Brooke just as much as Brooke has hurt her in the past with Bill and Ridge. Donna Logan, the eternal peacemaker, sees this catastrophic train wreck coming from a mile away. She has explicitly warned Katie to back off before she ignites a family feud that cannot be extinguished. Donna knows that Brooke will take this as a declaration of war. But Katie, blinded by her ambition and her desire to step out of Brooke's shadow, completely ignores Donna's desperate pleas. The stage is set for a disaster of epic proportions, and no one can stop it. This brings us to the horrific climax of our theory. The confrontation. Picture the scene. The doors are closed, the volume is deafening, and the emotional violence is off the charts. Brooke is pacing the room like a caged tiger, hurling these massive accusations, the name, the designs, the daughter. Katie tries to defend herself, her voice shaking with a mix of defiance and deep-seated trauma. The suspense in this hypothetical scene is absolutely suffocating. We all know Katie's medical history. She has a fragile heart. She literally has her brother Storm's heart beating in her chest, a constant reminder of the fragility of her life and the extreme sacrifices her family has made for her. When Brooke pushes her to the absolute limit, screaming that she is dead to her and that she will never be forgiven, the emotional toll is going to be too much for Katie's physical body to handle. The sheer stress, the spiking blood pressure, the heartbreak of losing her sister's love forever, it is the perfect storm for a medical crisis. And you won't believe what happens next. Katie clutches her chest, her breathing becomes shallow, and she collapses right in front of a horrified Brooke. The visual of Katie crumbling to the floor while Brooke stands over her, realizing that her blind rage may have just killed her sister, is the kind of dramatic plot twist that this show is famous for. This isn't just a simple argument. This is a life-altering event that will send shockwaves through the entire canvas. If Katie Gukngan and requires emergency medical intervention, the fallout will be spectacular. How will Bill react when he finds out Brooke's venomous words caused the mother of his child to collapse? How will Will, one of the newer successor characters, handle seeing his mother in the hospital because of his aunt? And what about Hope? Hope will be crushed by the guilt of knowing that she was the catalyst for this horrific accident, even though she never even agreed to join Katie's company in the first place. Brooke will be left to drown in a sea of guilt and public condemnation. Her aggressive power plays, both with Ridge for the co-CEO spot and against Katie, will suddenly look incredibly selfish and destructive. Steffi will undoubtedly use this tragedy as ammunition to prove that Brooke is unstable and unfit to lead Forrester Creations. The ripple effects of this one confrontation will provide months of incredible television. We love diving deep into these character motivations here at B&B for Phone, and this potential storyline is an absolute goldmine of psychological trauma and family betrayal. The writers have been planting the seeds for this Logan explosion for months, and the payoff is going to be monumental. Will Katie survive the collapse? Will Brooke ever be able to forgive herself, let alone earn Katie's forgiveness if she lives? These are the burning questions keeping us glued to our screens. What do you guys think? Are we about to see replacement actors step in for hospital scenes? Or will Katie bounce back stronger than ever? Do you agree that Brooke has completely lost her mind, or do you think Katie deserves the wrath for trying to steal Hope? Drop your thoughts, theories, and wild predictions in the comments below. We read every single one of them, and we can't wait to discuss this explosive Logan war with all of you. Stay tuned to B&B for Phone for all the latest updates, deep dives, and shocking spoilers.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.